Good day, our wonderful learners at home. You welcome to Adewale Kayode online class, and this is a page where you can get 21st century content that can enrich your learning outcome in mathematics. This edition is looking at the question from our past Ssce question, and let's see this question, why 2001, number 3 question. The questions goes thus: the size of a rectangular floor are x meter and x plus 7 meter, and the diagonal is x plus 8 meter. We are asked to calculate in meters the values of x, b, the areas of the floor. This is a question of measuration, and when you look at this, they are talking about a rectangular floor. So that means the very first thing you need to do is to bring out the rectangular shape. Don't forget, in exam you need to make use of your mathematical material like your ruler to do this. So a rectangular floor, this is a rectangular floor, and they said x meter and x plus 7 meter. So when we are talking about rectangle, that means a rectangle, two opposite sides are equal. The longest side is the length, while the shortest side is called the breadth. So merely looking at this now, this is our length, which is x plus 7 meter, and our breadth is x meter. Let's read further. They said the diagonal is x plus 8 meter. So that means you need to get a diagonal here. You put it. Okay, let's do it in this way. Great. So that means this is x plus 8 meter, which is the what? The diagonal. So we are now asked to calculate. We are to calculate the values of the x. So how do we go about this? Great. This is giving us from this I can get a right angle here, isn't it? So if I bring out the right angle here now, it can give me a right angle triangle. So that means this is the what? The breadth, which is what? X meter, and this is the what? The length, which is x plus 7 meter, and the diagonal is x plus 8 meter. And I'm asked to find the values of x. What can I use here? Great. Someone said Pythagoras theorem. The Pythagoras theorem says the longest side, the square of the longest side is equal to the sum of the square of the other side. That is, the hypotenuse square is equal to opposite square plus the adjacent square. So that means in this, our hypotenuse is x plus what? Plus 8 all square, and it is equal to the opposite. This is our angle here, and this is our what? Our right angle. So that means that is x. Let's take that as what? S square. That's x, because we are not going to consider that m, since we are to calculate in meter. And the adjacent is what? That is x plus what? Plus 7 all square. So we are going to square this now. So that will give us, you can do it, that is x plus 8 into x plus 8 equals to x squared. That is what? X raised to power of 2 plus x plus 7 all square, and that will be what? X plus what? Plus 7. Other side, that will give us x plus 8 into x plus 8 equals to s squared plus x plus 7 into x plus 7. So let us remove the bracket now. Your x multiplied by x, that will give me x squared plus x multiplied by this, that is 8x, multiplied by this plus 8x, 8 multiplied by 8, that will give me plus what? 64, equals to s squared, same to this side, plus s squared, plus 7x, plus 7s, plus 49. Just this into this multiplied by this, and this multiplied by this. So let's collect the right term now. This is x, can cancel this, because once this cross to this side, it becomes negative. So from this side now, I have my s squared. This plus this. Great. That is going to give me 16. Okay. So that's 16. Let me consider this first. So that is plus 14x plus 49. All right. This plus this is what? 16. So once it crosses the equality sign, that becomes what? Minus 16. Once these two cross the equality sign, that becomes minus 64. And everything is equal to what? 0. See, this is now becoming something similar to what we know. Okay. So let's collect it to this side. That will give us s squared plus, don't forget, this is what? 7x plus 7x. That will give us 14x. Don't forget this is going to this side, which is what? 16. So that becomes minus 16x. What else again? 49 is plus. If this 64 cross the equality sign, that becomes what? Minus 64, which is equal to what? 0. So x squared, take 14x minus 16x. That will give us minus 2x. Then plus 49 minus 64. What is that going to give us? Great. That will give us minus 15 equals to 0. So now this becomes a quadratic equation. So what do you do to this? If this is a quadratic equation, there are different methods to find the root of a quadratic equation. We have what we call the general formula, the factorization method. The graph method is also there. So I'm going to quickly make use of factorization method. What did the factorization method say? It said we are going to look at this last, the constant, the general form of quadratic equation, that is as squared plus bs plus c equals to what? 0. So here our a is what? 1. Our b is what? Minus 2. And our c is equals to minus what? 15. So we have to look for minus 15, 2 factor of 15, that when you sum it, it's going to give you 2. And when you multiply it, it's going to give you what? Minus 15. So what are the two? Said 3 and minus 5. So it means when you say 3 minus 5, that will give us minus 2. And 3 multiplied by minus 5, that will give us minus what? 15. So that means it satisfies the two conditions. So we can now bring this in now. That becomes s squared plus 3x minus 5x minus 15 equals to what? 0. That is, when you take 3x multiplied by 5x, that will still give us what? Minus 15 x squared, which satisfy our what? Our AC. And when you sum it together, as we have summed it here, it's going to give us what? Minus 2. So at this point now, so what do we do? Great. You group this. So once you group this is a simple factorization. Once you group this, what is common here? S is common here. We take x plus what? Plus 3. What is common here? Minus 5 is common. When you use minus 5 to divide minus 5 first, that will give us x. Minus 5 divided by this, that will give us what? Plus 3 equals to 0. So at this juncture now, we have x plus 3. When you take x plus 3 out, it will remain x. When you take x plus 3 out, it will make minus 5 equals to what? 0. So at this point, our x plus 3 is equals to 0, or x minus 5 is equals to 0. So that means our s is equals to minus 3, or our s is equals to what? Plus 5. So since we are looking for the values in meter, the values of our x now is equals to 5 meter. So our x is 5. So if our x is 5, that means this diagonal will be what? 5 plus what? Plus 8, which is equals to 13 meter. Then this will give us what? 5 meter. And this will give us what? Great. That will give us 5 plus 7, which is equal to what? 12 meter. Now don't forget that this is where you are coming from. A rectangular floor. So as it is now, this is our length is 12 meter and our breadth is what? Is 5 meter. And the question says we have got the first question, find the values of s. So the values of our s is now what? Is 5. So to look for the areas of the floor now, what is areas of a rectangle? Areas of a rectangle, that is what? Length multiplied by what? Breadth. So that is length multiplied by breadth. So what is our length? That is 12 multiplied by what? 5. So what is 12? And that will give us 60. And don't forget, meter multiplied by meter, that will give us what? Meter square. So that means our area is equals to 60 meter square. Don't forget this unit. The meter square is very, very important. If you don't put it, your scores may be what? Deducted. So if you find this video helpful, please subscribe to this channel and make sure you hit notification button to get notification anytime we have a content that can assist you in mathematics. Thank you and God bless you all.